Hi. In Iranian politics, there was something very much unusual, I would say, took place last week. On 25th of February, the Foreign Ministry of Iran had resigned. On 27th of February, President Rouhani has rejected his resignation, and Zarif still keeps his office. Why it had taken place? Because on the same date he had learned that the Syrian President al-Bashar visited Tehran, and he had not been informed. He took this action as the hardliners trying to take him get rid of the office, and he had put his resignation through Instagram, which is very unusual because he hadn't done this through the formal ways. Now, the big picture that Zarif had been or has been supporting a kind of agreement or a solution with the West in order to develop the economy in Iran, because everything is not as good as it's supposed to be. Iran has a very much economic problem. Also, this has been intensified by the American embargo against Iran. So there is another opposition group, we will call them now hardliners, and hardliners wants Zarif to leave his post, and that Iran should take much more hard stance against the West, including the US states. Now, what does it mean? What does it explore to us? Now, this has already exposed to us that there is a conflict within the Iran policy, and there are two groups now wants to take the lead in the Iran foreign policy. Thus, they want Zarif to leave his post. So what will happen now? Now we will see, I believe, more in collision or more conflicts between two groups. Which one is now in favor? Definitely it is Zarif, because President Rouhani, including the Supreme Leader Ayatollah, had rejected the resignation, is giving him an appraisal, and his popularity for the Iranian are increasing. It is even much more higher than Rouhani's popularity, as the polls, at least what we have in our hands, exposed to. Now, what might happen in future, it's a question mark. There are some certain number of countries which are allowed to make trade with Iran, and these numbers might be diminished by United States in coming I would say by end of 2019, in order to increase the pressure against Iran, in order to make them sit and agree a new nuclear deal with United States. Moreover, there is at least a common understanding between the West, which I mean refer to European Union, including England, and Iran, about how to somehow switch or turn around the American embargo in terms of business. In terms of business, Iran states that they will comply with the AML, as the anti-money laundering systems. However, they don't want to comply more about the West requests. Now, this is not very much Iranian demand. It's much more coming from the West. They want them to sit back and to discuss the ballistic missile with again America, and Iran is not eager to do so because they think they have been cheated to some extent. It is also true. The previous administration had reached a deal with them, but the current administration is just canceled the deal, which is not good. That's why the hardliners wants more hard stance against the West. What might happen if and once US is going to increase their economic embargo against Iran? We believe that there will be more economic problems within the country, which is going to give leverage to somehow to hardliners, because it will show that Zarif is in a weak position to oppose them. But we believe that it will be an ongoing now conflict between two lines, and during 2019 we will see more developments. We will monitor Iran closely and we will report accordingly. keep with us.